Darcy Lactivate reporting live from CES 2017, and I have the pleasure of being with one of our favorites and an old-time friend of ours at Android Authority and my personal. It's Ken Hong. Thank you, sir. Global Communications Director for LG Mobile. So what do you think about CES 2017? What do you see that was cool?
One of the best shows I've been to, and I've been to quite a few. There's a lot of energy this year. Very, very exciting year for innovation, not only from us, but other companies as well. To be honest with you, I haven't actually seen the show. We've been so busy at our own booth. I can't step away because there's a line of people wanting to talk about what we've brought to CES this year, and I'm happy to do so. Hopefully, after we talk, I'll have a chance to wander around a bit. A lot of stuff people have been telling me to check out.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Well, I know, and Ken and I were talking about this before, but I was invited to go see LG Display, and I know this is every company, but we were seeing some 8K OLED TVs in there, curved wraparound stuff, and like we were talking about before, I believe that LG has one of the strongest brands in consumer electronics, whether it's across home appliances or home entertainment. On the mobile side of things, you guys had a lot of innovative stuff, around the LG G5, the V20.
Yeah.
What do you think, talking specifically about mobile, 2017 is like arguably the most competitive frame of time I've witnessed in the mobile industry. Samsung's trying to come back after 2 PR nightmares with their washing machines and their Note 7 battery fiasco. What does LG have coming for us?
Well, first of all, let me address that elephant in this booth. Innovation sometimes leads to problems, mistakes. Samsung isn't the only one, and we definitely we're not gloating or taking any sort of positive message away from that. It's a negative for the whole industry when innovation leads to problems like that. So again, if you innovate, you're gonna take some risks. You don't innovate, you don't move ahead by not doing things like that. So again, for the sake of future CESs, I hope to see companies push the boundaries more. We've pushed, and there have been things in our past that have not worked out, and we're going to try to correct those in the following year. Some people may say that our last G series, we definitely lost focus. Possibly we'll see what happens with the G6, but we definitely do not think that people should stop taking risks.
Exactly, yeah. It was risk-taking that's kind of got the industry to where it is.
I hope it continues.
Things have kind of gotten a little bit flatlined. Consumer interest has actually declined substantially on device launches. I've noticed year over year because I study the analytics so we can keep the lights on, keep creating content. We got virtual reality, we have all this 360 stuff, we have faster processors, faster networks. What's the next big thing?
Well, if I knew that, I wouldn't be working at LG. I'd be doing my own startup, I guess. If I had to put money down, it would be something related to AI. Whether it's robotics or deep learning or what have you. I think, I never use the word cloud because what does that mean? Come on, they're all part of this very, very wide general ecosystem, but I think it's going to be, and it might not be this year, but it will take a few years, obviously, but it'll be very, very low-level AI. I think that's the direction everyone's going in the tech industry. We introduced robots at this show. That is the hardware version of the AI.
Exactly.
Right, but we're definitely focusing there.
Well, that's so cool to hear. From what I've read, right now, artificial intelligence is accessed and interface 85% of the time through audio. And so it seemed like 2016 was like a year of partnerships,
A lot of partnerships.
We had Leica and Huawei and so forth, right? But this Alexa opening up their API, do you think LG is going to be trying to create something in-house or buying something like you did with WebOS around the other side? Or?
Absolutely. Amazon has the best in the business when it comes to that, the data and the and the information and the content.
And the voice quality too.
We've got a long way to go. We're not a software company. We have to do software for our hardware, but we're not a software company at all. And so we need a partner that is good at software, right? And Amazon, they may be e-commerce, but there's a lot of software knowledge behind that, right? So, they're never going to do an exclusive partnership with any company. They're going to open it up wide, similar to what Google has done with Android. So yeah, we're definitely willing to play that role of one of many of Amazon's partners. And a lot of companies at this show have introduced hardware that uses Alexa.
Yes, yes.
And I think that's good for everyone.
You said something last night which I can't stop thinking about. I don't know if I can share it. It might cause a little bit of a...
Well, I'll deny it if I can't talk about it.
A little bit of a riff with the audience. And you said, we are looking...
Beyond?
Yeah. We were looking at a reality beyond Android, you know, perhaps in a time, and yeah, I mean, you mentioned like Internet Explorer.
All right.
Okay.
Well, look,
I'm just,
I don't think there's any hardware or software in this case that that we can say will be the standard forever.
Yeah.
I mean, we all thought that about Windows. Is it? I mean, with Chrome, with Chromebooks and so forth, you are looking at competition.
Yeah.
Others have come and gone. Mozilla tried, to do a Firefox OS.
Yeah. Sailfish.
You gotta be ready for the next thing, whatever that will be. We are not saying that this is going to last forever or that this will end soon. We are saying that in this field, you gotta be ready for everything.
Yeah.
So whether that's Firefox OS or Sailfish or whatever, you just have to be ready for something that we cannot control.
There's 3 billion.
We're not controlling it, but look.
3 billion Android users. Okay.
Yes, and we are not about to say that there's something on the horizon, but I definitely think, you just have to be ready for the next big consumer trend. We're not controlling it. Again, we're responding to consumer wants and needs. Look at WebOS. It used to be mobile, and then we turned it into a TV OS.
It's a great
we're
OS
not
for
interested.
TV.
We're not interested in WebOS for mobile, and people are like, "Oh, please bring it back." And why would we bring it back? It was mobile. It failed. We turned it into TV.
Those
it's very successful.
Evangelist communities
Now this show, we've introduced it into an appliance.
Oh really? I didn't know that.
How crazy is that?
So you
it's
have a
in the
touchscreen?
fridge.
On the fridge, like a touchscreen, right?
Yeah, on a touchscreen,
Oh, cool.
on our InstaView fridge, you're seeing Android for the first time in history outside of a TV and outside of a smartphone. How cool is that?
That's really cool.
You just have to be ready for everything.
Yeah, but definitely software is the future. I mean, talk about the refrigerator, scanning in the products as they come in. Okay, this is in the last 4 days, looking at the recipes, recommending it to you.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's...
software is the future, but we're a hardware company.
Yeah.
We don't pretend to be anything else. We are a manufacturer. We are technology, yes, but we're also appliances.
Yeah.
So you have a couple companies in the world right now that can do a lot of different things, but at the end of the day, we are manufacturers.
Yes, you are.
And we do some OEM work. We also do some, we do a lot of things behind the scenes. A lot of people don't realize that we make machines for other companies too.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so it's a very, very exciting area to be in. Have our own brand as well as help other companies create brands.
World-leading technology.
With our manufacturing prowess.
I know, it's especially, you guys have so much expertise across so many different segments that it's...
We want to talk about that. That's what I'm here to talk about. Not just phones, not just TVs, but the fact that there are companies like us who can pretty much get involved in whether it's solar energy, whether it's washing machines or car parts. We do it all.
So 2016, LG versus Samsung. Who do you think won 2016?
What's the win? How is the win being measured?
Perception and trust towards the brand. Consumer perception and trust towards the brand.
Impossible to say, only because it really depends what the question is. Like, is it about branding? Is it about revenues? I mean, of course, a company like Samsung is much bigger than us.
Yeah.
So when you're talking about sales and revenues, they're always going to be
that's just
number one or number two in the world, right?
Of course, yeah, that's true.
But I think we hold our own. I think LG
really
has.
You guys are a scrappy fighter.
LG has really a strong fans when it comes to certain products.
Yes.
Especially appliances.
And display.
Yes,
those
display as well.
Widescreen monitors.
But we have a lot of work to do in other areas.
Yeah.
So again, it depends on the question and it depends on who you ask, because if you're a fan of TVs, LG may be very strong there, but it may not be very strong in another area.
Yeah.
We got to work on those other areas.
I hear you. Well, I think you guys are doing a great job.
Thank you.
And I just
Thanks for your help.
Well, man, I love you guys. I really thank you for your time, Ken.
All right, Darcy.
All right, sir.
Appreciate it.
Darcy Lacouvé, Android Authority, CS 2017, signing off.